It's so funny. League is such a mainstream video game, but how can people not handle banter with the enemies? I can understand being against toxicity of your own team, but if I want to BM the enemies, how is it even bad? What? Like, I'm saying that they're bad in a video game. I don't know, just the Reddit neckbeards that toxicity is very bad. If you're toxic, if you call someone not good at a video game, you don't deserve a house. It's true, honestly. I don't deserve a house. But, I mean, no. Not cool, dude.
We need to regroup. Regroup or retreat. They're the same thing.
NA fly each other of own teammate is a gods, but still kind of terrible. Alright. Should I have another beer or not? Yeah, man, go for it, Gracing. I'm gonna give you the biggest leash on earth. Hope you carry. Who the frick is Haru0304? I mean, probably an Italy main. No one plays that champ unless they main it. One of the reasons Donkey quit, yeah, because League community is just... I mean, it just got absolutely torn apart by Riot Light, because pretty much he made everyone think that toxicity makes you like the worst person on planet Earth. Like, dude, if you're flaming your team and tilting your team, you're a menace to solo queue, but you're not a menace IRL. You're just annoying, which is perfectly fine to say. But if you're flaming the enemies, bro, that's like a normal game etiquette one. It's not the nicest thing to do. Most people who play video games aren't trying to be like everyone's best buddy. Oh, we have a bit of a joy circle. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, I got a fat leash. This guy's right about fat leashes. He knows how to give it to you, boy. Oh, I just checked Nidalee OPG. It's not Nidalee OTP. So I just want you guys to witness how absolutely horrid this is going to be for her. Because she's against Yuumi Kayn, and unless she gets like a really free start, which is definitely not, it's definitely possible, but if she gets a very free start, this game's just going to go out of control. I mean, regardless, I'm pretty sure like I could bet on it that we have no way of losing, because legitimately their only way of us losing is if I somehow manage to end the game away. And honestly, it's just about having confidence. It's not about ego, because ego is flaunting your confidence. The thing is I'm not flaunting my confidence. I'm just speaking on my own, you know, understanding of the game and concept. Is part of me climbing is having confidence. So that's just explaining to people that me as a person, I climb because my overconfidence tells me that I'm better than whoever I'm playing against. Doesn't mean it's true. I don't think it's true most times. When I play Challenger, there's a lot of pro players I play against, and I can guarantee you they're probably way better than me. But if I go into the game thinking they're better than me, I'm just gonna be a massive pussy and play like one too. So Berks flamed his bot after that game. Yeah, I mean his bot played pretty poorly. I mean his mid played pretty poorly too. Decision making all around was pretty horrid. That's why I said my mid was bad, but your mid was worse. True, I mean, I think so. Yoni's missing, but he did not walk through river. Nidalee's gonna dive top there. Gonna have 24 CS. Why don't she skip on Krugs? I don't really want to guess what she did. I'm pretty sure she skipped out on Krugs. The reason why I don't want to guess what she did is because if I guess wrong, it's gonna waste my time, and I don't like wasting time. There's one thing about me is I really do not like wasting time, because time is everything on First Form Kayn. First Form Kayn is very... Here's the thing about Kayn that people don't understand. Kayn is an easy champ, but only easy if you give yourself the right hand. Okay, let's say you're playing poker. Let's just give an analogy, or Tex told him. If you have a better hand, more often than not, then you're going to be able to win more hands. You're going to learn how to play from ahead. If you always have better cards, you could be more confident. So this is people in lower elo. They get form for free. They get gold for free. So yes, it's easier. The thing is, when you play in higher elo, you're dealt a very bad hand, and the enemies will know how to read your tell. They will be able to tell if you're bluffing, if you're not. And the thing is, you have to get better at bluffing. You don't have to get better at getting good cards. You have to get better at bluffing, because you can't always make it so you get good cards. That's RNG based. So what you need to do is get better at bluffing. So that's essentially what I'm trying to say is, getting better at playing your first form is more important than actually playing your second form. No. So it's just like... could look for this. He has boots first reset. Should have noticed. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to take your full wave. Sorry, bud. I would have seen Nidalee on the ward if she was around there. I think she's down there, right? Oh, they already found my ward. That sucked. They're breaking Benjamin. I had a 1v9. So remember I said this game would be very free unless Nidalee gets like a 3-0 start, or like a really good start. Have I ever played Fiddle Jungle? Yeah, Fiddle Jungle is one of like the most easiest jungles to play. Very elo inflation because broken, not banned, plus no one knows how to play against it. So, one of the best champs to play for like for elo. Kayn is a niche pick that only really works if you know how to path. And this is just blunt honesty, is that most people don't know how to path. Almost everyone doesn't know how to path. Even challenger junks don't know how to path. Because pathing is more than just which camps you do in which order. It's making moves before your next moves. So I need to know what I'm going to be doing in the next 4 minutes, pretty much, every single time. So like I set up my camps to look for the next play. So farming my top side so I can look for something bot. But I also need to make sure that I'm not letting my mid and top fall apart. And I'm also need to make sure that like I'm able to not have to deal with the Nidalee. Look, she's right here. Yeah, I probably get flashed on her. MashaAllah. I do get to live here, that's good. What? What? He didn't die there, we could say. Wow. Is that literally all junglers? I can guarantee you don't know how to path. Is that how all junglers work? Yeah, maybe the pro junglers, like what? If you knew how to path, you'd be challenger. You can't not know how to path. There's nothing that keeps someone who knows how to path out of challenger. Doesn't matter your mechanics, your decision making is what keeps you climbing. Even if you played 1 game a week, you'd be able to hit challenger if you know how to path. Because you play jungle doesn't mean you have an understanding of how jungle works. But I mean, you know, you're just some guy from Twitch chat, so I'm sure you know exactly what you're talking about. I watched a pathing guide. I understand macro. I clear my camps and then fight. That's pathing. Game now, comeback time. Comeback is all based upon getting my form. Their support is out supporting my support because it's a Yuumi, and then their jung is out jungling me because Nidalee versus Kayn.
By the way, if this was Karasmai, it would unironically win this game.
Oh, Silver Suit, thanks to give subs.
By the way, if this was Karasmai, it would unironically win this game.
Why did you come out with a guide on YouTube on how to path?
Way,
I have before. Pathing is more than just watching a guide. Dude, you can't learn how to path in one guide. Pathing is everything.
By the way, this was
How does one improve pathing?
Unironically
Pathing comes from watching, playing, and just understanding how the game works. So let me just try and explain how pathing is, because it's not as simple as it is. Everyone can play jungle, but no one knows properly how to path, because if you do, then you'll be challenger. You'll be pro. The thing about pathing, it's understanding which lane wins which lane, which matchup wins which matchup, which fight you can take, which fight you can take, which camp is more prioritized over which camp, which objective is important for which team comp, which scuttle can go for top bot, prio, understanding just how wave management is, so watching with function keys. So understanding wave manipulation, understanding prio, understanding camp respawn timers, when to farm which buff, when to farm which camp. That's pretty much what pathing is. So to understand all that, it's a mixture of watching, playing, and just getting comfortable. Because you can't really be taught how to path. The truth of it is, like, I would love to teach you guys how to path. The thing is, if you know how to path, you'd be challenger. Like, so. What orbs did Jace give you? Blue in range, red in melee. I wouldn't chase. Show us how to macro the Gromp. How to macro the Gromp. So pathing is like decision making, choosing whether to reset or farm these two camps and why. So what would my decision making be? Well, the thing is that Nidalee's down here, and you know she's gonna look for something, but there's nothing too huge for her to take. Mid, we know we have vision. We know she's down here. The only thing she can look for is a bot gank, a dragon, or an invade. So if she looks to do dragon, I'll reset, get my form, be there, boom, I'll be ready. So it's your decision making as well. It's everything. I mean, listen, I would love for every single one of you to know how to path. But the thing is that if you know how to path, like I said, you would guaranteed be challenger. There's no way that you can understand how the game works properly. Decision making, macro, just timing everything properly. Like just knowing like little things like, okay, soak up mid XP wave instead of looking for this because they have numbers advantage. They have 4, 5 on the bot side of the map. We have 3. Ziggs just died. Gotta give up to Gromp. Just cover another wave. Unless he TPs. Okay. I can't even go in my own jungle because Jay's probably there, so I have to wait for which ability. Like, okay, should we go for Scuttle? See, knowing things like free camps, contested camps, and, you know, just shit like that. Okay. Look for the Scuttle. So just notice, pathing is pretty much just a keyword for saying decision making, jungle decision making, because jungle decision making is your pathing, because that's your macro. Your macro is your pathing. Being at the right places, being at the right time, right thing. Because the thing is, hear me out. If you know how to path, you'll know where the ganks are. You'll be able to set up the ganks. You'll be able to get the ganks. You'll be able to get the gold. You'll be able to understand what to do with the gold, and you'll be able to understand how to carry out a game with the gold and the advantage. And the way that you carry games is through your itemization, through your objective control, through your overall game knowledge of just understanding which comps do which. So let's say we get into the mid to late game. What would our comp do? So someone who knows how to path, they would understand what our comp specializes in. We are better at team fighting. We're better with Yuumi. It's kind of a Yuumi Kayn funnel comp where it's like we're just going to play hard off Yuumi Kayn. We're going to look for picks, but also look for team fights. We're not going to look to play side lanes. So what we're going to look to keep our TPs up efficiently and be able to shove out side lanes and just look to group. So sometimes you play for side lane, it's called a 1-3-1 or a 4-1 based on what exactly your decision making is. But the thing is, oh dude, I'm getting pinged all game again. This is just the worst. I hate getting pinged all game. I don't want a Yuumi player to tell me like what's free or what's not. Because the thing is that we don't understand where Nidalee is. Understanding where Nidalee is based upon her camps. We don't have any deep vision because she's been ahead of me. So the thing with her being ahead of me and having the support advantage is that we don't get to have any vision control. We don't get any like game control. What we get is, oh wow, this is very greedy. What we get is to just farm our own camps, be safe, be smart, play from behind, and then catch up with the catch-up XP. Very nice. Oh wow, that's very bad. I think I might actually die here. Okay, so I'm gonna need to stay inside this guy.
Karasmai would unironically win this game.
Oh shit. I play that so bad. I should dodge that. Nice. Alright, see. I play that really bad. I probably should have died there. Yeah, see, that's why I say 100%. If you are challenger, or if you understand pathing, you'll be challenger. Felicity, thanks so much for the prime. Because it's also about applying pressure on the certain sides of the map. Sometimes you gank a lane, or sometimes you step towards a lane just for the pressure. Let's say you want to play bot side, you want to play top side, you want to play for mid. And it's about setting up vision control, and it's also about kind of, you know, securing scuttles and dominating the enemy jungle if you're playing for a side. So just making sure that the enemy jungle can't do what you want to do. Like, let's say I can't gank a lane, but I want to play for the lane. So instead of trying to force dives or just force ganks that are obviously not going to work, what you need to do is set up vision and make sure that the enemy jungle cannot gank the lane. Because the thing is, if you're playing for a lane, it's a winning lane. So if you're going to play for a winning lane, they're already going to be winning. So diving, it's something you could do when you know you're ahead, you know your limits, and you can just force. Now the thing is that if your team's ahead, they're going to be shoving a lot. And if they're going to be shoving a lot, then you need to make sure the enemy jungle doesn't gank. So that's playing for a lane. So sometimes you play a side of the map that you can't necessarily gank, and that's also pathing. Decision making. Okay, I mean. Yeah, this is like very greedy. Ah, shit. I think he dies here actually. Yeah. Alright, Ezreal was auto-filled, but I think that was kind of grief. I just thought that we could have more damage because we have two extremely strong backline damage threats, Ziggs and Ezreal, so if they just poke and hit with Q and W and E, and I have 4 clumped on me. The thing is, they're forced into a clump where they have to stay on me to kill me, so they're not going to be focusing their damage on my Ziggs and Ezreal, but Ziggs and Ezreal don't really play comfortably on their champions. This is just understanding your champion. This is why some people decide to one-trick or play 3 champions, because they're not comfortable or understand how their champion necessarily works. This is an auto-filled mid, this is an auto-filled AD carry, I'm pretty sure. I think this is auto-filled. I know he's auto-filled mid, but you can just tell that they're not super comfortable on their champions. So the thing is, they don't understand their limitations. They don't understand the limitations of what my champion does or how the enemies punish my champion. So it's kind of just one of those things that you expect more from your team, but you don't get out of it. But you can't really be mad because it's not really their fault. It's just ignorance, you know. You can't be mad at someone for not understanding how, you know, a champion works or how their champion works, you know. Ow. Not poking. See, you could just tell they don't know what they're doing on their champs because Ziggs should be poking. He should be harassing, threatening the Nidalee Jace, but he's always late.
Unironically win this game.
But I don't expect him to do anything because you should never go into solo queue expecting your team to do anything. I think that's just bad method. Oh wow, I had that spear. Yo, boy, yeah, thanks so much for the prime. Going into solo queue expecting anything from your teammates is just asking to be let down. If you want to be let down, then you're going to get toxic and you're going to be angry. I'm almost hit her. There we go. So that's just playing smart, understand the Nidalee's isolated, understanding my mobility, understanding my champion, and my damage output. With Flash being, I think my Flash was down, right? Okay, with, oh no, it was up. Okay, with Flash being up, and having my ult, having my prowlers, I have enough damage to kill Nidalee and Jace, because the thing is, I just need to make sure that Jace, if he gets his prowlers off, I just space my timeout. So I have to make sure I one-shot Nidalee, so WQ has to connect, and then Jace has to die to, or he has to take damage so I can get my ult off. So them lining up to get my, what do we call it? Double WQ there just made it very easy for me. Yuumi doesn't want to play off me because it's just an ego player, so like I said, the thing is, you can never go into solo queue expecting your team to like do anything. Look, I expect my team, like my Ziggs, to take my blue. I expect my team to underperform. I expect my team to end. Because then I can't get let down, you know? And I could try my hardest to tell them, like, okay, don't do this, don't do that. But if I try and argue with them, it's just going to lead to nothing. But if you're going to say anything to your team, like, if you want to, just wait till the game's over. Like, if I'm going to banter with anyone, I'll wait for the game to be over. I don't think toxicity is a bad thing in video games. I hate the burger. If it's, like, personal attacks, yeah, but calling someone bad is just, like, kind of how I grew up on games. It's just, like, that's just how I talk. It's never personal with me because I grew up with 2 older brothers, so playing video games is just like constantly flaming. Like, oh, you're dog shit, you abuse this, you do that. I need to come this way. I ping for someone to tank tower for me, but no one does. I expect them to do something, they don't. I don't get mad because I was expecting them not to. Ah, see? Now you're learning. Yuumi players have lots of acne. He's spam ping me earlier, and he's playing Yuumi, and he's like trying to tell me what to do. It's like the fucking Frankenstein being controlled, and I finally have free will, and I can just say fuck you, Yuumi, because I'm fed enough to where I don't need Yuumi. Fuck you, Yuumi. Listen, this isn't banter. This is a personal vendetta against Yuumi players. Actually, just support players. Support players' job, they get paid contracts, payment to fuck with the jungler, dude. This Bard fucked with me all game. Listen, I would've. Listen, I was feeling in more of a banter mood. I'd say some stuff to this Bard. I'd call him weird champ, not Bog. Yeah, it's the support's job. So supports and junglers have a natural hatred towards each other. Because support, you did a great job playing support if you pissed off the enemy jungler. You did an amazing job. Getting deep vision, just cucking them at their camps, knowing them, that's amazing job. Yeah, Yuumi is just like, I don't know. Yuumi players, this is my opinion, Yuumi players type the most. They have the most ego because they don't have to play the game. They just sit there, side you and type. That's my philosophy. Because, dude, if this guy wanted to win, he would have just stayed inside me. But I'm telling you, he's not going inside me because he was spam pinging me what to do earlier, and I didn't listen to him. I just muted him. Hey! I had anxiety. I felt like one of them was going to take my camp. I usually am right about this type of stuff, too. Whenever someone walks towards my camps, I get anxiety that they're going to yoink it. And most of the times, Twitch chat, it's right. Jungle is a dog-eat-dog world, man. Take what you can, do what you can, and just live your life, man. Just live your life. This stuff's miserable sometimes. Oh, look at that. Oh. Dude, that was 100% in by me.
By the way, if this was Karasmai, it would unironically win.
They blame Yuumi. That was actually my fault. That was 100% my fault. No, gotta sleep. Thanks to the 2 months. That's what you call Kayn player greed and ego. When you're so ahead, you just go like you one-shot whoever you see. That is 100% a Kayn main thing. Any Kayn main in the chat will vouch for me on this one. When you're ahead on Kayn, you'll see someone and just want to one-shot them. So that is 100% my fault. That's a common thing you'll see though. That's every Kayn main's downfall. And the worst part is that as one of the highest ranking Kayn mains, I'm supposed to be like an influencer not to do that, but I always influence people to do it. Why am I going Manamune? Honestly, I've been liking Manamune more recently. Woo! Nice one, Ziggs. All you. You make up for your int game 2 games ago. Don't care. Plus, didn't ask. Plus ratio. Just kidding. I just always wanted to say that to someone. Especially when you go in Blue Kayn. Yeah, the thing is Blue Kayn is essentially giving like a loaded gun to someone who's never held a gun before in their life. So shoot your eye out, kid. Unironically, like I'm telling you, I should be such a better like representer for the Kayn community, but I'm pretty much everything that you don't want in a Kayn main. Selfish, tax lanes, take every blue buff, always throw my lead because I go in an int. But the thing is that if I throw my lead and int, I'll play smarter after. A lot of you guys, listen, I'm not trying to throw dirt because I love you guys, but a lot of you guys, you'll int once, you're like, ah shit, and get mad and try it again, int again, and then just keep doing it on repeat till you lose. Me, I'll int once and I'll be like, ah, that was stupid, and then I'll play smarter. Like I won't go as like, I'll be more calculated with my aggression. I'm not gonna be like, alright, well, let's do that again. Could have killed her. See, that's why I talk about smarts. Because look at where Urgot and Ziggs are. They do have TPs, but the thing is, we're letting them pressure the sides. Let them shove out first, while the enemies are like grouping. The thing is, they can't really look to pick sides because they don't have a great team for it. Oh, just keep pushing, just keep pushing, just keep pushing. That's it. Just keep pushing, just keep pushing. We have pressure. We have. This is exactly what we're looking for. Good looking. Nah, that's up awesome. I think Kayn's a hard champ for a beginner. The thing about Kayn is he's very easy in the lower ranks, so I'd say he's good to play if you're a lower ranked player. But the thing is that he does get harder the higher elo you play, just due to having to get your form. Oh. He split, he pushed, but the second that they group on him, he needs to rotate. That's just poor decision making by him, but you know, I'm not gonna get mad at him for that. See, this is playing smarter. This is playing more calculated. Wait, Yuumi is going on me. Wait, we can actually win now. You know this game, Twitch chat, I'm not kidding you, the only reason this game's been going on long is because the Yuumi refused to go on me. I'm gonna make a YouTube video of this and title it the Yuumi refused to go on me, so I decided to go on her. Yup, literally. But chat, type 1 in the chat if you would watch that. Ow, what the hell, Ziggs? Nah, it was my fault. Gold? Yeah, you can play Kayn and gold. GG. That's really low, right?